I want to get into the policing thing first because Joanne Reid did a piece on MSNBC that really touched me. It bugs me many times that people don't have enough empathy to see these things, that they cannot see what is right in front of them, the way different people are treated, etc., what gets promotion, all that good stuff. Welcome aboard, Mim, Golub Scallon, and Phil Robson. So I want you to check this out. I think I queued it up. I was barely right on time, but I'm here. So let's check that out. I want you to take a look at that, and then we'll take it on the other side.
Right now, I'm too nervous to take a meal from McDonald's because I can't see it being made. I don't know what's going on with people nowadays, but please, just give us a break.
Here is a tale of fast food and policing. That video of a weepy police officer crying in frustration over not receiving the correct breakfast order at a McDonald's drive-thru went viral today, with law enforcement boosters saying it showed how unappreciated and frightened police officers feel these days, with mean protesters marching and yelling about police killings of black people for the third straight week worldwide. But needless to say, there are worse things that can happen in a fast food parking lot than not getting your Egg McMuffin, like falling asleep in your car while black and getting shot in the back by police when they arrive because you ran after a 46-minute interrogation, as happened to Rayshard Brooks. Like the eerie stills of that former officer killing George Floyd, this image shown at the press conference today by Fulton County District Attorney Paul Howard, showing the officer who shot Mr. Brooks kick his body while he lay dying on the ground after reportedly uttering, "I got him," while a second officer stood on the dying man, will live in infamy in the story of American policing. It is the visual proof of what black people have been crying out is the dehumanizing attitude toward our lives and toward our bodies that too many officers, mostly white, walk around with while armed with a gun and a license to kill. So, officer lady, excuse us if we find it hard to view your faulty breakfast as a crisis. And perhaps if you're that easily freaked out, maybe you shouldn't be allowed to carry a gun. Meanwhile, the fear our officer Karen was articulating seems related to an ugly accusation made by a police union this week that fast food workers at a Shake Shack location actually poisoned a group of officers with bleach, which turned out to be completely untrue. But that dangerous libel on low-paid workers shows you what too often we are dealing with when it comes to law enforcement. The rush to judgment that low-wage people and non-white people are probably criminals. Meanwhile, today is the 5-year anniversary of the massacre of 9 black parishioners inside Mother Emanuel Church in Charleston, South Carolina, a case in which we also were reminded of how differently interactions with law enforcement can go down if you're white, even if you're a multiple murderer. Because while Rayshard Brooks was executed in a Wendy's parking lot for daring to run away after being detained for no reason for nearly an hour and for taking a taser to try and free himself from officers he clearly had every reason to fear, Dylan Roof, who again had already gun massacred 9 people in Charleston, the racist who glorified apartheid-era South Africa, he was not just detained peacefully. He was fed a nice Burger King lunch by the arresting officers, which makes what South Carolina Senator Tim Scott said today, even after acknowledging the grim anniversary at a press conference, announcing whatever that was, because it's not reform, so ahistoric and so strange.
I don't know how to tell people that the nation is not racist. I'll try again. We're not a racist country.
Now, I mean, that guys like Scott from South Carolina, I think some of the most dangerous people is when you get black tokens out there that are trying to justify that America is not a racist country. They hold the entire country back. There is a certain amount of evil to those people who use themselves as tools to tell folks that in as much as you know there is an issue, there is a problem, that you refuse to acknowledge that. I'm Egberto Willies, host of Politics Done Right, an independent news program. I post several news videos of interest every day. I ask you so kindly to subscribe to my channel, and please leave me some comments. Thank you very much.